really the best league in the world. Man, I love this game. We talking fantasy, we talking football. Prime time grind, we know how to ball. We some all-stars getting paid every week. We talk trash and shake hands, we ready to eat. We talking fantasy, we talking football. Prime time grind, the league of superstars. We got the hot topics, we know the sleeper picks. Expert analysis, yeah, this is it. This is it.
Cause every time you come around me, I get weak.
G-Money is feeling himself today, boy. God, I gotta save it for the podcast.
Hey, what's good, everybody out there? You know what time it is. Welcome to the Prime Time Grind Fantasy Football Podcast. This is episode number 3. I'm your boy, Breadwinner. To my left, I got...
The football team.
Man, we ain't gonna figure out your name, man.
Don't worry, I know you don't want to say it after this last week's performance.
To my left, I got the football team. And to the right, I got...
G-Money, a.k.a. Prime Time Grind, baby. Neon Dion represent.
He's over there. He feeling himself, feeling good today.
Yes, sir. 200 points last week.
Woo.
You paid that man yet?
Woo.
Hey, the bank always open on Wednesday morning. It's open on Wednesday mornings.
Hey Gerald, you broke the point bank this week, didn't you?
Yes, sir. But I'm not gonna jinx myself. I'm done.
No more points for anybody else.
I'm not gonna talk
Took
anymore
all the
about
points
it.
out of the bank this
I'm
week.
not gonna talk about it because what we really need to talk about. Remember, y'all, in that last podcast, we talked about a case of beer somebody didn't get.
They ain't had to get it.
I ain't have to get it. I don't even know what happened. Man.
So I guess we might as well go ahead and get into it.
Yes, sir.
The best way to start it off, I got G-Money to the right, who had the top points this week. His team
That's what's
came, represented.
That's what's up.
G-Money played against I See Dead People.
And there was a whole bunch of dead people.
He said
he
last
did
week.
See, right?
Ooh, boy, he was looking at
I mean, we slayed them all. Where was you at, dead people?
Where was you at, Dead
Man,
People?
zombies, right?
dead people.
It was bad. It was bad. So let's take a look at the rosters and the points that were produced. So starting off with your quarterback, man, Lamar Jackson.
Woo!
Yeah.
He came through and dropped 33 points.
Man.
Hey, just think, Gerald last week was.
He was ready to put him on the trading block, didn't
Yeah. Look, go back to the last episode. Lamar Jackson. Anybody want him? Somebody make me a trade.
I might have been a little sensitive at the moment, right? Because you just didn't expect Lamar Jackson
Jump the
to
gun quick.
just lay an egg like that, right?
Right.
But he came through. He came through for me.
He started off slow in the game against Kansas City. It was a little bit rough in the beginning. Wasn't sure what he was going to do through that interception. Interception wasn't really his fault. That was Sammy Watkins' fault. But he started off a little slow. But he picked that thing up, man. And he was running all over them boys, man.
33 points, man. 33 points.
You know, in the third quarter, when you just saw, okay, he's just going to run the ball and take control of this game.
Yeah.
And that's what he did. And I was like, oh, my God. Gerald just racking up the points. And I was like, man, we won't be able to tell Gerald nothing.
You won't. I stayed up all night. Y'all know normally we doze off on him, right? Because when he started running, I was like, oh, man, he going to fumble. Because that's 4 points every time he fumbles, right?
That's 2 points every time.
2 points, yeah. So he held on to it, right? So, yeah, I team did big. Listen, Cooper Kupp, 36 points. Hey, and we can't leave my boy out.
Somebody got to stop Cooper Kupp, man.
We can't leave my boy out in Tennessee. We were thinking Derrick Henry, this might be it. Man, Derrick Henry, 48 points.
He made up for week one.
He
made up for week one. Yeah, he doubled up.
Because I was watching that first game, that second game against Seattle in that first half. Mm-hmm. I'm like, man, this year, Derrick Henry, he's just going to be a normal man this year.
Man. Boy, he turned it on, right?
130-some points in the second half.
Yeah.
He took over.
Just ridiculous.
Jerry, I think you scored more points last week than you did all of last year, didn't you?
Oh.
Yeah, he got me.
He's trying to get you, man.
He got me. Hang on. I got something for Nick, though, y'all.
You know, we keep
I got something for Nick, right?
What you got for Nick?
Right there.
Cheaper than therapy.
Cheaper than therapy. I know you're struggling right now, man. That loss, I know it hurt bad. But I'm rooting for you this week. I am. So I'm gonna turn this up right here. I'm gonna turn this up for you.
Take a shot for Nick.
Take a shot for Nick, right?
Take one for me. I'm gonna need it.
But man, salute to you, G Money. Your boys definitely came through, man.
Appreciate it, Breadwinner. Appreciate it, Breadwinner. You and I we up this week, right?
Yeah, it's me and you next week,
yeah,
man.
We'll get to it. I know we got.
We'll get to it.
Yep.
Just want to acknowledge the rest of your roster because you got some other boys that put in work too.
Yeah.
Justin Jefferson got 18.5 points. Then you got Sutton from Denver. He got 24.9 points too, man. So
wow,
man, you had a good support from your whole roster, man.
Yeah, listen,
He did.
I took some advice from your Breadwinner, and I didn't let go of Tony Pollard.
Tony Pollard, yeah.
He's meat on the bone. He had 23 points. It sounds like him and Ezekiel Elliott are sharing time, and that's okay.
Trade.
Nah, man.
I got turned down by Brian's best team. He shot me down. I thought I had a pretty good deal.
Man, you offering Sonny Michelle.
You might as well offer him all.
And we'll talk,
right.
Gerald.
Y'all see that look I gave in the camera, right? Sonny Michelle.
Gerald, we'll see what we can come up with. I think
You
we
can
can
work something out?
make something work.
No, man.
Okay.
You know what? I was trying to take the time to see.
I'm not messing with Nick. No.
Look, I was trying to take the
Y'all
time.
hear it out there? No.
Look, while at work this evening, while I was getting something to eat tonight, I was like, I gotta come up with a trade with somebody. Who got somebody they might trade with?
Breadwinner, does he have
But just sitting
anything
here
to
looking
offer?
at Gerald, me and you might need to talk.
Breadwinner's speechless.
Me and you might need to talk.
No, we talking now, man. I ain't heard nothing.
You ain't got no music to your ears, man. No music
at all. At all.
We can make something work.
Yeah, y'all can figure that out. Talk about it. See what y'all can work
All right,
out.
Breadwinner, move on, man. I appreciate the shout outs, y'all. Listen.
Although you did blow, I see dead people out the water. I do want to just take a look at his rosters and see let's see what his players that went good and who kind of fell short. So let's start off with Josh Allen. Josh Allen has 17 points. I mean Buffalo Bills, they kicked Miami butt, man.
I think they ran the ball fast.
They did.
Yeah.
They
So
ran the ball.
that kept the quarterback points down a little lower.
Definitely did.
Yeah.
But Josh Allen is playing more controlled ball now too, though, right? I think he's they've got him now maturing in his role, so you see less risky things that go on. Mm-hmm. So I think it's in reverse. You may see that controlled ball lower his numbers, but as he gets better, those numbers start picking up again.
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah. So Devontae Adams, he got 20 points.
Man, Devontae gonna get his.
Yeah, he's gonna get you 20 points.
Yeah, he's going.
Yeah, 121 receiving yards.
Man.
Yeah.
So he got that without a touchdown.
See, that's the thing with him.
Yeah, man.
He's a great pass catching back out the backfield.
He's one of the best route runners in the NFL to me. So.
Yeah.
And him and Rodgers, they just got that chemistry.
Man, and he was breaking ankles too, man.
That stick.
Oh my gosh.
Ooh. I was watching with Abe. I was like, Abe, you see how he's sticking that foot and getting away? Man, special. So DK Metcalf, he had a small performance, 11.3 points.
Yep.
He had Julio. Julio had 18.8 points.
Hey, it's good to see Julio come on now.
It was good to see him involved.
Yeah, he was balling.
Yeah, he was balling.
He had a good game.
He actually had a touchdown that was taken away from him.
Yeah.
I didn't know that your actual heel counts too, because his toe was in.
Mm-hmm.
But they said when his heel went down out of bounds. I didn't know.
That's ticky tacky.
I thought
man.
toe tap.
No.
Because listen, on the sideline, when you're on the sideline and you toe tap, that's it. That's all required.
Right.
That was a bad call.
It was a bad call.
You get two big toes.
Yeah.
Mine is a heel as a touchdown.
Because listen, if it wasn't for replay, what would they have done? You're more like a referee's more likely to see a toe than a heel. Like who's watching the heel of a foot?
I've never even seen them count the heel.
Yeah, man.
As long as you toe it,
right.
Because you're the first thing that touch the ground. Because if they're dragging their foot, that heel never touches until they go out of bounds. Right.
So to be honest with you, some of this officiating this year is.
Yeah, I heard.
I think they still a little rusty.
Yeah, I've heard several not happy with the officiating. So
yeah.
So who else he got? Miles Sanders. He only had 6.9 points, so he didn't do anything against my 49ers.
He played Philly.
Henderson got 17.2 points. That was pretty good from Henderson.
That's a nice pickup. Pickup for him.
Dallas Goedert 4.4 points. So tight end didn't do much for him, and then he had Callaway from New Orleans at 2.8 points in his flex. So yeah, his people they didn't show up.
Yeah.
New Orleans is a risk because we still don't know what Jameis Winston is going to do. I mean, he laid an complete egg this week.
Winston went back to
He went back to normal, right?
but again, there were no coaches on the sideline.
Yeah. See,
Yeah.
they had 5.
For the COVID?
Yeah, they had 5 assistant coaches out, and they was just putting towel boys and girls in for replacements. I mean, come on, man, that's got to hurt. I mean, you talking about NFL level. We're not talking about high school or Georgia community blank college. Some, you know what I'm saying? We're talking about pro level.
Pro level football.
Those assistant coaches mean something.
Well, and they do, especially if you have one that's whispering in Jameson's ear that's giving him good direction.
Right.
Yeah, and so he didn't have that. So you're right. Mentally, he probably went back to his comfort zone, which is not hasn't proven to be of value in the NFL.
All right, so let's take a look at some of these other teams. Let's see here. I guess my team shows first because I'm looking at my stuff. So I'll go ahead and go to me.
Okay.
I had the second highest points anyway.
Yes,
so
sir.
It maybe makes sense. So me against Brian's best team, I had 177.50. I was looking at Lamar Jackson like, come on, Lamar, don't do too much. You know what I mean? Thinking that I might could hold you money back a little bit. Get that, Brian?
I was watching.
But Lamar was just too much, man. So take a look.
Listen, can I ask you a question?
Go ahead.
So if you the commissioner and you get the highest points for the week, do you pay yourself 100?
Why would I do
or
that?
just a 50?
Shade.
The books ain't gonna come out right if I do that, right?
I'm just asking for a friend.
It'd be nice.
Hey, Brad, when I will say this, man, your team is probably one of the most balanced scoring teams, right? When you look at, honestly, I had players that scored like 49 points, right? That's not normal.
Well, I don't know Derrick Henry last year. That was his average.
But if you look at Brad Winter's team, man, I mean, the average is what, 19, 20?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Around there, 17 maybe. But I do feel like my team is definitely very, very balanced. I always feel like my receivers is definitely my strength. We was kind of talking about my receivers last week and who to start and who to sit, but they came through. I mean, really, he had 19.3 points. Keelan Allen, he had 14. Mike Evans, he came through. He had 24. Right. So
we weren't sure who Tom Brady was gonna. Tom Brady was gonna be looked for.
But the other thing, you know who came through for you?
Who was?
The New York Jets offense.
Yes, they did.
I'm not even gonna say New England.
I thought you was a New England fan, right? I thought you would get them props.
I'm Tom Brady fan.
Man.
The New England defense, they had 19 points for me.
19 points.
So that's a great note to any fantasy player. If you have a defense playing against the Jets, start them.
Start them ASAP.
Yeah.
ASAP. Got a rookie quarterback over there.
Oh,
start him.
I felt bad for him, man. I was like,
I wasn't even watching that game, but I kept seeing the points
He was giving the ball
to him. Interception, right?
Yeah. At one point, he only had like 4 completions.
Right.
And one of them was to his own team.
It was not pretty at all.
No, it was 4 passes.
Yep.
Oh, man.
So that's one thing to remember too, guys. Like looking at Mike Evans and what he did. Like when it comes to Tampa Bay, there's always going to be a receiver who's going to be left out.
Yeah.
Like week 1, Mike Evans was left out.
Right.
And Brady, he recognized it right off the bat.
Right.
And week 2, Antonio Brown, he got left out.
Right.
Like Gronkowski still got his. Darwin still got his. And Mike Evans, he got his.
Hey, look.
You run a risk. Anybody who has those receivers, you're going to run a risk.
We'll get the Gronk when we get to whoever got him. But we'll get to that later.
So let's go back. So we got Nick Chubb. Nick Chubb, he had 16.8 points.
Chubb is good.
He's very consistent.
Yeah, he is.
I had Devin Singletary. I was kind of nervous about putting him in, but he scored early. He scored probably within the first 5 minutes of the game, a long touchdown.
You had him last year,
man, and they blew Miami out. They blew but that's Buffalo's defense don't get the credit they should, man.
Yeah, that's the running back nobody pays any attention to, man. Singletary.
Yeah, nobody
up in
does.
Buffalo. He had a good solid year last year.
He does, because he's kind of smaller. So
Yeah.
they got Zach Moss.
He's almost kind of like that, like Shady McCoy. He used to play with Philly.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of that kind of back, man.
Like, what's my man from New England? White?
Yeah,
bit.
James
Yeah.
White.
James
yeah.
White.
Yeah.
Kind of like him. So,
That was a good pickup on your part.
yeah. So Brian's best team, he kind of fell short. You know, let's see here. His receivers.
Hey, breadwinner. First of all, you got beat by 70 points. That's not a kind of fell short. He fell off the wagon.
Well, I'm not necessarily looking at the matchup.
Okay.
I'm just looking at
I
his
got
team
you. I got-
production. Because
But-
Brian's best,
Give yourself credit, man.
he had a good week last week.
Give yourself credit.
I'm
man.
humble.
Yeah, you
I'm
beat
humble.
You
Because I
beat
know next week it's going to go all downhill.
You beat him by,
Look, so I
you
think
beat
he
him
might
by
be
70 points.
Hey Gerald, so look, when he got beat by 70 points, right? So I feel like this man down on his luck right now.
That's why he's trying to make the trade.
Yeah.
Time to get him.
Trying to catch him in
Maybe
a vulnerable
Right.
moment.
Maybe I should have said that.
Hey,
for
you
the next
better
person I
make
try to
this
pitch a
trade
to.
before this is aired, right?
Right.
He gonna look at him
Right.
like, man, you ain't finna reel me in. You ain't finna sucker me on this trade.
I said, well, that man down on his luck. The one just beat him by 70 points. And then I looked at his roster, so
He said,
I was like, God.
Yeah, AJ Brown got 7.3 points. Amari Cooper, who had that crazy game in week 1, only had 5.4 points. And then Brandon Ayuk, he's still giving Ayuk a chance. Ayuk has a goose egg in week 1. He had 1.6 points.
See, that's why I wanted to give him Hardman. Hardman. So, I figured,
How many points did Hartman have last week?
yeah,
Did he score a touchdown?
I might inflate
Washington
it
football
right
team.
now. But
Who are you expecting to get from him, man? He doesn't have a whole lot of talent.
He got some talent. They
He got
just
more than I got.
Man,
not performing.
he laid in it. I mean, everybody, bench everybody. He had like,
Everybody laid the egg.
yeah, Eckler. I mean, that's about it.
You got your boy Logan Thomas. You want him, don't you?
Well, I tried to get Swift.
Oh, Swift. Okay.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
why-
he's not for who? Who you offering?
Sony Michelle.
With Sonny Michel and Hardman.
Why you saying like that? Sonny Michel.
And Hardman. Well, Hardman.
Man, why you keep pitching Hardman, man? It's
No,
like,
no.
and
I offered Hardman.
Trying to get rid of Hartman.
Right.
And then I offered
and Hardman.
Hardman along with Sonny Michel.
Man, you got to do a 3-for-1, man, because
Yeah,
that
for
offer
Swift.
right there. Yeah.
That ain't
I
no
just
problem.
need a running back. I need a running back. God, I need a running back.
Look on the wire, man.
Yeah, man.
There's some options on the wire, man. You just got to be smart
You
about
gotta
it.
be smart. Do your research.
Smart about
Yeah.
it.
Well,
Every
you
time
know,
I look at
honestly,
the-
I think
Every time I look at the wire, I want to cry.
with Brian's best, 2 of his wide receivers, it sounds like at some point during the game they had injuries because they're questionable now.
Okay.
So that could have slowed, productivity because of depending on when they had the injury,
Right.
right?
And look, when you get rejected or something like that. So when I got the notification that trade request was rejected,
You cried.
sometimes when you read a text message, you read it the way that you're feeling.
Man,
So look, when I read that notification, I read it.
Your heart sank.
Yeah, I was like,
you should have.
hey, look, Brian's best thing. I'm like, man, that asshole. I miss you, man. I was like,
Brian's best been playing for a while. He knows. Like, man,
look at this. Look, when I saw
best
that
you
word,
got?
when I saw the word rejected, man, it didn't feel too good, man. I was like, man.
well, you know what he did, Nick. He looked at his team and he looked at your team and was like, ain't much difference. I don't know why I'm trading with him.
Well, I didn't want to say that, Jared, because I was trying to ask the man for a trade. So I didn't really want to go down that road, but he knew.
Y'all robbing Peter to pay Paul.
Right.
Kind of.
So let's take a look at the football team, man. Let's see what Nick team did last week, man.
God.
Oh my God!
Since he's trying to make these trades and stuff, trying to get his team right.
Man,
so
this may not be good for him if he
Oh.
now.
Rich Crack, listen, don't act like you won't worry there just for a little bit.
just a little bit. Hey,
Little
I looked
bit.
early, and the game was close early.
Yeah,
Like, I was looking at the projections, and y'all were both like 125, 127. It was a real close game at one
Hawkinson
point.
could have came out with a
man, you know what
great game.
you know what you didn't do? You didn't follow your own rule. You said I start Cousins because Cousins get all those what?
Bruh.
And I was like, man, he didn't put Cousins in. Why
I
would
know,
you change?
right? Because I thought Herbert was going to come out and light up Dallas defense.
Man,
I was
Dallas
thinking
is
Dallas
on a different
defense
level right
might
now.
have been a little fluke.
Cousins,
Look.
you know, he get all that trash.
How many
You know,
points
yards.
did Cousins get?
25.26.
10 more points than
Let's see
Herbert.
how much Herbert got. Oh, Herbert got 15. Ooh.
Well, he shot himself in the foot, man. That man, look, outside of fantasy, Dallas did not beat San Diego. San Diego lost. San Diego gave their game to Dallas. They beat themselves. When you got 14 points or 12 points coming off the board, I mean, it's one thing when you score a touchdown and then it get called back because you have a illegal shift. Or you got a holding call. That is self-inflicted wounds right there.
Right, it is.
You taking 12 points off the board. And that's 2 touchdowns Herbert could have had. It was 2 touchdowns, man.
Herbert had he had 338 passing yards.
Yes.
We had 2 interceptions.
We had the 2 interceptions, and it I don't even want to talk about it.
Yeah, because it was those touchdowns because, I mean, Kirk Cousins only had 244 passing yards, but he had 3 touchdowns.
Yeah.
The touchdowns make the
that
difference.
make the difference.
Made a heck of a difference. And we had 2 to come off the board.
Hey,
I'm getting really emotional about it.
I was
I
going
can
I
tell.
hate to see Dallas
Listen,
win,
football
plus
team, I was
I
going
got
back to
screwed in
this.
fantasy.
I was going back to this trade you trying to make, right? Why aren't you putting Ruggs up and why you offering Henderson's on your bench, man?
I mean, a lot of people need quarterbacks, man. You could put Herbert up because you got
You
Cousins
could, yeah.
balling. So, I mean,
Well, I could,
You offered the
well,
wrong trade, man. If somebody looked at Hardman like, man, Hardman's on his bench, why would I want him?
right, you got to entice the people with
Yeah,
something.
man,
so.
you got to dangle the carrot, man. Right now, you just got the string.
Man,
But too, Nick, I mean, you
I
can't
don't
really.
offer the world, but
You got to look at it on the bright side, right? You got 129 points, which is still that's a good number of points. If you look at like I said this last week, I said last week that we saw a lot of things that were kind of abnormal to me.
Yeah.
A lot of people got like some big points,
right.
And if you look at the points this week, I think it was at least 4 teams that was under 100. You feel me?
Yeah, it was.
So you just had a tough matchup with Rich Crack, but 129 points that could have got you some victories if you just paired up against a better matchup. So although you lost, man, you didn't do horrible.
I had just picked up Pascal.
I saw you pick him up. That was a great
nice,
pickup.
That was a nice pickup too.
That was a great pickup because I was looking at him, but I was like, man, I don't need no more
I saw
receivers.
the highlights from the game. I said, okay, let me go ahead and grab this, Joe.
Yeah.
Well, what I would suggest, because it ain't looking too promising for you for week 3, right? And I don't want to make this about the football team, but you play a head full of steam, man, and it don't look, you might need to get your trades in as soon as you can.
Well, that ain't gonna be good at all.
No.
Let's take a look at Rich Crack real quick. His squad. Tyler Lockett, man. Tyler Lockett, like Cooper Kupp
Oh
and Tyler
God!
Lockett.
See, that's what killed me right there. That darn Tyler Lockett, man. That
Like,
just,
he gets so wide open.
oh my God,
There
man!
don't
I'm
be
like,
a man within 10 yards of him. Like,
But do you see him?
and I just saw the game
do you
just
see
slip
him
away,
come off the
boy.
line? I mean, the moves he makes coming off the line before he goes into his route kills him every
That
time.
dude is
time.
most underrated.
breaking
He is an
ankles,
underrated
man.
receiver, man.
And these cuts he make are just on point.
yeah.
But that ain't what killed you. What killed him is the running back, Aaron Jones.
Bro, that blew it out the water.
Yeah,
Man,
that
Aaron
did it.
Jones almost had as many points as
Yeah, 4 touchdowns.
yeah,
If you take,
4
hey look,
touchdowns.
hey look, if Aaron Jones would have had an average day, which would have been 25 points, and if Tyler Lockett would have had an average day, which would have been 22 points,
Right.
I would have won.
You would have won.
I would have
Come
beat
on,
him.
man.
Yeah.
But I think that goes back to your point, Lamont. We got this week. You had those abnormal scores, right, which ran up the points
right.
for a lot of teams, except for mine, right? Prime time grind, baby.
Hey look, we're gonna be in week 16, and Jerry gonna. You remember back in week 2 when I scored?
Man, I ain't even come to the podcast. Gonna be an empty chair over
Jerry,
here.
you burn all your points up in. Hey look,
In week
hey
2.
look. I don't know if the commissioner keeping these points in the points banks or whatever, but you took a healthy withdrawal out of your points for the year.
I'm not listening.
A healthy withdrawal.
Look, week 16 is if I'm not in the playoffs, it's gonna be a cutout over here. Just me and just sitting here. That's it.
A cardboard
A
cutout.
cardboard
Gotta
cutout.
get a hologram.
Right.
The Tupac hologram of G. But yeah, those players definitely they were a big difference for Rich Crack, man. So
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Definitely it was.
Not a bad matchup though, man.
not a bad matchup at all. I mean, your running backs. I mean, Gibson, he only had 9 points, and Sonny Michelle 4.6 points. So
Man, you gotta do something with Sonny Michelle.
Scary Terry, man, he be balling out. Scary Terry, Hawkinson,
Yeah.
them boys, but they got some big numbers for you. Even Ruggs had 23
Yeah,
minutes.
Rose had a good day.
So you had some guys with some good points.
Hawkinson was like the bailout for.
That's Jared Goff's go-to right there.
Yeah.
Man.
That's his go-to.
That's just good, man. But Goff, oh my God, he is horrible.
You see why LA got
Man,
rid of him?
if that pocket breaks down, it's a wrap, right? Man, it's like, man, his scramble drill is just
Well, he
like,
strives on
I'm like,
right?
man, just go down, right?
Well,
Just
that's why he was so efficient with the Rams that year. With his first year, no, not the first. Well, the first year Sean McVay started coaching. He really worked off that play action.
yeah,
Now, when that play action is not in his favor,
he is lost.
he is garbage.
Yeah, man, his decision making is like, man, he's open right there in front of you. Like you couldn't just, you
God
know.
awful.
Yeah, man, yeah.
All right, so next up, we got league runners and balls deep. So, league runners, they took this game 143.32 to 84.
Ooh,
I think balls deep had the
I
lowest
don't
points.
think I've ever seen balls deep score.
Balls
that low.
deep. His balls was a little shallow.
So yeah, shallow balls in week 2.
It was bad.
All his passes
Listen,
was in the flats.
It had to come out, man. With a name like Balls Deep, you either got to win big, you can't lose big because the comedy is coming.
You can't be throwing the balls in the flats.
Nah, man.
So again, looking at Dak Prescott, who had a big week in week 1, he only had 7.48 points, man. So
Wow.
he had a very subpar week,
And they won.
and they won.
Yeah,
crazy.
because
They relied on the run game.
yeah, they did.
Yeah.
Ezekiel Elliott, Tony Pollard, both of them had good
Well,
games.
Yeah, more Tony Pollard.
But Ezekiel had like 17 points, 18 points. So that's one thing about the Chargers defense. They don't really have the best run defense.
Yeah,
So they was able to capitalize off of that.
but you know, Hopkins didn't have a great day either.
He just got him a touchdown.
Not for his.
Yeah, but he was injured in the first. I think in the first quarter,
He was.
and he played through it. That's why he got questionable
Yeah.
line, right? And so he still played through it. That's probably why you see his productivity down.
But see, all right. So you can look at Ball's deep team, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So Hopkins, you know, he's generally gonna get you, 20 points every week. He's gonna be solid.
Right.
But then okay, you got Devontae Smith for Philly.
Right.
You know, he's kind of like a Deshaun Jackson kind of receiver.
Yeah.
He's gonna take the top off the defense, especially in the pro. He's gonna take the top off the defense and get the long ball. Okay, but if he get one long ball, he might have 75 yards or 100 yards with 2 catches. That's kind of be his game. That was Deshaun Jackson's game. So, but that's gonna be week to week.
Yeah.
Right.
It's
'Cause he
not
had a good week.
guaranteed.
First
Right,
week.
it's not guaranteed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then
Plus, he went against the 49ers, though. 49ers,
Yeah.
they got a. I ain't gonna say that. I was about to lie and say they had a good pass defense. So they
got a decent
They got a
defense.
decent secondary. It's improving, but they secondary. I don't like it that much.
his best receiver is his tight end Pitts and Hopkins.
You got Nelson Aguilar. He didn't have Nelson Aguilar
Man, he
in
started.
week
Yeah.
1.
Yeah, he
He's
started.
inconsistent.
I wonder, did he have an injury? He must have had an injury or something.
There's nobody. Yeah. Gus Edwards is an IR.
No, I'm talking about a receiver though.
Oh man.
'Cause-
Unless he dropped him.
Because I played against Ball Deep in week 1, and he didn't have Nelson Aguilar. So
Man, Ball's deep. Ball's deep.
Well,
team.
he left
Ball
Tyler
worse than
Boyd
mine.
on the bench. I would have started Tyler Boyd over Aguilar.
yeah, I would have too.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what.
Man, the only 2 people that he got that's proven on his team is really Hopkins and
Man.
Robbie Anderson, he's so. Robbie Anderson, he can have a big game, but then again, he can have a quiet game. He's one of those.
He is.
yeah.
You got Najee Harris. He had 19 points this week.
But he's a rookie. I mean, he took him. He didn't know what he was going to do.
I think Pittsburgh, they kind of rely on him a lot.
Yeah.
Well, that'd be the good thing, yeah.
Yeah, but
And he is a beast.
Well, and just looking over at league runners, let's get there, man. Patrick Mahomes.
Balls.
You know, I mean, he's got some.
he's gonna always do his numbers.
Yeah.
He's got some heavy hitters on his team, man.
D Moore dropped 21 for him. Jarvis
He had a bad
Landry.
day at receiver. So, I mean, actually, he did pretty good to get 143 points to have a bad day at receiver.
Yeah.
Jarvis was on. Was he on?
So
Was he on IR?
So what happened to him?
Jarvis, he
Hand
got
or
hurt.
something?
He got hurt in the game. Was it a groin? What was it? Let's see if it tells me here.
Yeah, he did. It was his knee.
Oh yeah, a knee injury.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think they just put him on IR like yesterday.
Yeah.
So I mean, he got hurt in the game. Then Davis, of course, the Jets, they didn't do anything offensively. Dalvin Cook gave him 16 points. D Harris from New England gave him 13 points.
I could have swore Waller had a bigger game than that.
He had a quiet game.
Yeah, he
surprisingly,
did. Yeah.
he had a quiet game.
They were kind of throwing that ball deep.
They were playing Waller. They was double teaming him sometimes,
Yeah.
so they was kind of forcing him to throw the ball deep.
His kicker, but you know the thing. Okay, so here's the thing that put him over the top.
Oh, got Tampa Bay defense.
Woo!
Mm-hmm.
Those
Tampa
2
Bay
interceptions,
Woo!
pick sixes.
Yeah.
Man, they was playing Atlanta. Atlanta is almost like playing the Jets, y'all.
When your defense get you 20-some points,
Yeah.
bro,
Yeah.
like you
And Tampa
supposed to
Bay's
win.
defense is not. I mean, they're good, but they're not like top-notch defense.
Because their corners were hurt too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, they started like week 1. They were hurt.
Matt Ryan threw what?
Yeah,
Two tip drills and
tip
just
passes.
yeah.
So that worked out in
Go.
his favor.
Go Deion Sanders. This is when Atlanta football. You know the thing I was just telling Breadwinner about Atlanta. You love them because you love specific players on the team, right?
Right.
You think
It
about
won
what
one to
Jamal
love. That was,
Anderson,
Michael, what, 2 to
Jamal
love.
Anderson,
Michael Vick.
Deion Sanders, Michael Vick,
That's it.
Julio
Yeah,
Jones.
Julio, that's it.
Outside of that,
Yeah, that's about it. I
That's
can
about
remember.
it.
The work done play for them.
yeah, he did. It worked done.
He
Sure
did?
did. Yeah.
I used to like work
Yeah.
done. He played for Tampa Bay too, I believe.
Yep, he did.
Yeah, so league runners, he pulled that one out against Ball Deep. Pretty much an easy match for him.
Yep. Congrats, league runners.
And congrats.
Yep.
I don't want to give him too much props, man. 'Cause
Well, he's vulnerable, right? He's got some questionable players that
Getting
is heavy
another text.
hitters. That's probably who you need to work a trade with right there.
You gonna keep the hate going?
I'm going to keep the hate alive.
He already told you you don't appreciate
You
that.
know, I appreciate
That's
it.
why I got to keep giving it to him. That's why I keep
I
giving
thought he
it
was.
to
I thought he was calling in today.
His blind cook got 10 points.
him. His who?
Blind cooker.
Who's the blind kicker?
Blankenship.
Blanket.
Oh, is he blind?
Bro, his,
Look at them big goggles.
his goggles.
So who we got? So we did me and
He's a good
Brian's
kicker,
best.
apparently.
We did Balls Deep League Runner, G Money, I See Dead People, Rich Crack Football Team. So
Rango and head full of steam.
Rango head full of steam. So head full of steam, the steam was still cooking, man.
Ooh, boy.
Yeah, it is. Man.
175 for head full of steam and Rango 124.7.
Head full of steam. He got a.
Yeah.
I don't know if he gonna slow down, man.
Yeah.
I don't believe so, man. I tell you what,
Me neither.
his name. He probably got the best name
That fits.
that fits his roster.
Yep.
I can't even hate on it.
So you got Kyler Murray, 33 points.
Yes.
Chris Godwin, 16.
Well, he's gonna. Well, first of all, okay, I'm sorry, I ain't mean to cut you off
You
going
fine.
down through, but when you look at his roster, right?
Yeah. Come on, man. Yeah.
Like, okay, Kyler Murray, he gonna probably fall off probably week 14 or something, and he won't be as.
That's your
good as-
prediction.
That's my prediction.
If not sooner, right?
But Chris Godwin, I mean, look at the consistency.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just look at the players and just look at the players. The time they've been in the league, and they're, I mean, outside of injury with McCaffrey,
And
but just
listen,
look at the consistency.
like it or not, if you are a wide receiver under Tom Brady, you're going to be great.
This
You don't,
man-
you don't even have to have a name. Go back to the Patriots and think about how many wide receivers were great, got rings with Tom Brady, and you hadn't heard from them since.
Right. If he's
Right.
throwing you the ball, your name is gonna be mentioned.
It's going to be mentioned, and you're going to
Like people, he started throwing the ball to Scotty Miller. They start comparing Scotty Miller to Julian Edelman all of a sudden. Like who was Scotty Miller?
Who is Scott Miller? Right.
Look, if Head Philistine don't have any injuries, hey man, holler at your boy when you get that payout at the end of the year.
He's got McCaffrey, he's got Gronkowski, he's got Carson.
I mean the consistency, man.
Even
Mike Williams,
even Brandon Cooks. Like, come on, with the with the Texans, like, of course he's their number one receiver, but that offense is kind of stale. But one thing, hey, they might Tyrod Taylor is hurt, so they got a backup quarterback coming in now.
But hey, Breadwinner, continue to go down this list.
Okay.
And I'm gonna point out a very important point about his whole roster.
Okay, so we said Robert Woods, Mike Williams, got Christian McCaffrey, 24 points. Even Mike Williams did 22 points. Great job, Mike Williams. Chris Carson, 15. Rob Gronkowski, 19 points. Brandon Cooks, 22 points. Buckner, the kicker for Kansas City, 5 points. Cleveland defense, 4.5.
Okay, pause right there. Okay, now you take my boy over there, G Money, right?
Mm-hmm.
He had players getting 40 and 50 points, right?
Right.
Which you know that's not gonna happen, right? And I ain't trying to make fun. I mean, Jerry, you
Bang, bang.
You broke the
shots.
I'm not agreeing.
Bang.
Yeah, shots
Bang,
fired.
bang.
He had to get.
Okay.
I understand that.
Okay, but I'm making a very important point here. Okay. Okay, look at his roster. Look at his production numbers.
Mm-hmm.
Kyler Murray, he was averaging almost 33 points a game last year, or 28 points a game last year, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Outside his, I mean, who had like a 40-point day?
Nobody.
No.
He got consistent.
You look at the numbers,
across the board.
consistent.
That's
I
what
mean,
you want.
got a 16 out of Chris Godwin. I mean, okay, if Chris Godwin give you 16 points every week, man, you are cooking with gas.
You taking that?
Good. Yeah.
Robert Woods, 12 points. Mike Williams, 22 points, 24 points, 15 points. Rob Gronkowski, 19 points. Brandon Cooks, 22 points. Like, those players can reach those numbers every single week.
Yeah, and even looking at his bench.
So, like, just
And that's scary,
look at
man.
Look at he's got Andrews as a back.
And I ain't trying to
at 13 points.
kiss up to nobody or nothing like that.
Yeah, T. Higgins on the bench with 16.
Hey,
His bench, right?
Hey, Head full of steam. Don't fall for Sonny Michel. He's coming at you over here. Yeah, that's what he's setting this whole thing up for, man. He's setting it up. He's trying to say, hey, give you your kudos. But at the same time, he's trying to say, hey, he got enough players where he could probably take Sonny Michel off my hands.
I'm afraid he don't have a running back on the bench that's working.
Man, yeah, he does.
Even Daniel Jones dropped 27 points.
I know, right?
Oh, against your Washington football team.
Well, okay, that's because that read option. Daniel Jones was the leading rusher.
Man, he's got Naheem Hines.
But the crazy thing is, Washington's run defense has always been pretty good. So I was surprised to see Daniel Jones run all over them boys like that.
Well, it was because of the read option.
They weren't prepared for the read option?
We didn't play. We did not play
Y'all didn't
the read
practice that?
option well last year. Even though we was a top-ranked defense, but we did not play the read option well at all last year.
Man,
if Jalen Hurts hadn't got hurt last year, if Jalen Hurts hadn't got yanked out the game because Doug Peterson who was the coach for Philly? Whatever, just experimenting or whatever that bullcrap was last year. Mm-hmm. They were killing us with the read option. Mm-hmm. We don't play the read option well for whatever reason.
And then practice that.
Man, Daniel Jones will never get 27 points. Come on.
He had over 100. He had 150 yards rushing.
Man, who was he playing against, man?
The Washington football team.
The Washington football team.
They got a good run defense.
Read options. I'm telling you.
So let's take a look at Rango's team real quick, because Rango, he went down 0-2. It's never good to start 0-2, man. It was a big. And Rango, he's normally he's a strong competitor.
Oh, he was killing it last year.
Yeah, I ain't gonna jump on him because he started off 0-2 last year.
Well, Rango, he didn't start 0-2 last year.
He started off 0-2 last year. He started off 0-2 last year, and then he made like a heck of a run near the end. I think he won like eight game win streak. And because I was picking on him because he started off 0-2 last year. But
I put it to you like this: the only reason why he lost this week is because he played handful of steam.
And two,
if you look at, I mean,
Yeah, the other
he's
thing.
got a good
man,
roster and everything.
he got a good roster. He just had some
He
tough
does.
matchups because even week 1 he played against Rich Kratt,
But
who put up some good points on
I
him.
think
Yeah.
what also hurt him, man, is Tannehill got 13 points, man. You expect your quarterback to at least come through with an 18.
Yeah.
Tannehill,
Oh, this
sorry.
Hey, Rango, holler at your boy. We can work something out.
And what he did go. He went and he picked up
knew it was coming.
Derek Carr because Derek Carr's been having a great year, 20-something points.
Yeah.
So he picked up Derek Carr?
He just picked up Derek Carr today.
Oh,
on
God.
the
I would have
waivers.
gave him Kirk Cousins for.
Yeah,
No, I mean, I would have gave him.
Nothing.
But Kirk,
You don't have nothing. Who's you gonna give it?
Derek Carr is hurt a little bit though, so you making work.
Hey,
something out.
Rango, holler at your boy. Hey, let's talk about this thing.
Man, don't fall for the okie doke, man. Sonny Michelle.
So he had CeeDee Lamb who dropped 17 points, and Marquise Brown has been doing good, 23 points. Claypool didn't do anything really with 9 points. His running backs, they kind of hurt him. Edward Solaire only had 2.6 points.
Was he hurt? They don't have him listed, but I thought
I
thought
don't
he
know,
came
man.
out.
He had a good rookie year, but he's been on the decline, man.
No, part of it is just,
man,
with
you know what?
Kansas City,
well,
they have such a strong
he was
passing
sick.
offense.
And yeah,
So they pass the ball a lot.
He was sick though too. It looks like
they've
he
been
was
down
playing.
too.
Well, he was playing.
The first
sick 'cause
game they
he's
were down
out.
when they played Cleveland. Week 1 they were down against Cleveland. And had to just pass the ball.
It sounds like he was playing sick because as of today, he's out with limited practice. It's not COVID related, but it looks like he had some sort of illness that.
Hilaire?
He's sick from that fumble that he had.
Yeah, I'm sure.
It cost him the game.
Yeah.
Melvin Gordon, he only had 8.9 points. Kelsey 24. He's gonna always come through for you. So.
Yes. As long as he got that boy as quarterback.
Sammy Watkins had 8 points, and then his kicker had 9. Green Bay defense had 7.5. So, yeah, he got a couple rough spots in there. He got to iron out.
He left some meat on the bone, but I don't know if I would have started White, James White.
James White 18 points. Yeah, that's kind of risky. Cause who you gonna take out for James White? I can't see nobody worth taking out for him. Leonard Fournette.
Yeah, I think Rango holler at me.
Yeah.
Think we can work something out, man. For real.
All right, so let's take a look. Last but not least on the list, we have
Alex Phillips' legit team.
one of the lowest scoring matchups.
Wow. Hey, look, he came to work
This
Tuesday.
is crazy.
He's like, I won. I won with 84 points. 84. He was happy as a lock.
Wow.
Crazy. Well, I said Balls Deep had the lowest points too. Javal's team had 77. 77.82.
So Javal's team had the
lowest. Yeah.
Wow.
Alex Phillips' team.
You get anything for that?
A heartache.
Embarrassed.
That's it. So Alex Phillips' team, Jalen Hurts, he had 20 points. He had Chase, who had 13 points. Antonio Brown, again, he only had 2 points. Chark from Jacksonville only had 2.9 points. Kamara, 7 points. Mixon, 8 points. Kittle, he had but 5.7 points.
That was definitely a surprise.
Yeah.
He started everything he could have. He just had a bad string of luck.
Juju Smith-Schuster had his second highest points with 16.4. It was just bad all around, man. Bad all around.
Because Tyreek Hill, 5 points? Really?
Who had Tyreek Hill? Oh, that was Javal's team.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
That's right. 5 point, yeah. They kind of, if you look at the defense that they were playing with the 2 high safeties. They were trying to force them to run the ball, force them to go short.
Mm-hmm.
They did not want to get beat on the deep ball. Yeah, so that's why they were kind of successful. That's why Lamar was so successful running the ball.
Hey, if you'd have started his bench, you would have won.
Man, I don't know if I was.
I
was a couple players on this bench.
I'm looking at Alex Phillips' legit team. I don't know if I would have started Chark over Marvin Jones.
It's kind of hard. They're on the same team.
Yeah, Marvin be getting all the play though, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chark, he's kind of coming off that injury.
Yeah.
So he didn't get a lot of time to work out in the preseason either. So, who else he got on the bench? Joe Burrow, he had 10 points.
Yeah.
Hunter Renfrow, 10 points. Ooh,
Yeah,
Buffalo defense. If he would have had Buffalo defense, Javal's team, 23 points. Tom Brady, he benched Tom Brady and started who? or
Russell Wilson. I can see that though.
Yeah.
That's a hard.
Oh yeah.
It's a hard choice.
I could
Yeah.
see that.
No, I take that back because I would have started Tom Brady because they played Atlanta.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I would have started Tom Brady.
Absolutely.
Because I kind of feel like Tennessee at some point has good signs around their defense, but Atlanta, I know
you
their
gotta go against
defense
them.
sucks. Yeah.
He had Cordero Patterson with 23 points, but you wouldn't have known to start him.
No.
Nobody would have known that. So that, man, it was a rough week for both those fellas, but Alex, he pulled it out, and he's 2-0. So
Hey, a win is a win.
a win is a win. Tell
Yep.
you how you get it.
I know Javal seems. I know he's sick though.
Breadwinner, what's
when
this
you
one?
got a defense that got 23 points,
They could have won you the
they
game.
could have won you the game.
Right.
Oh man. So let's take
Breadwinner,
a look
what's
at
week 3 look like?
let's take a look at the rankings real quick before we
Okay,
jump to
okay,
week 3.
okay.
So starting off at number 1, we got League Runners. He's 2-0. So we got 3 teams that's 2-0. League Runners, Rich Crack, Alex Phillips legit team. So those guys are 2-0.
It's a shame Head Full of Steam isn't ranked number 1 with his roster.
Yeah, because
So it makes you wonder, like, how in the world did he lose week 1?
him and Alex Phillips team both put up crazy numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
G Money should have been up there too, but he lost to like the worst team in the league, man. How you lose to the worst team in the league? Wow.
Hey, you might lose to the.
Hey guys, so we all tied, right? It's a lot
we
of
all
one-on-one
tied.
teams. So Head Full of Steam, G Money, Breadwinner, Brian's Best Football Team, Balls Deep. We're all one-on-one, fellas. And then coming in last place, we got Rango at 11. I See Dead People. Rango at 10. I See
hold on
Dead
for a
People at
minute.
11.
When I look up, I see dead people. When I see dead people, I see dead people. And when I see dead people, look down, he see dead people.
The football team over there.
Wow. So let's talk about what week 3 looks like.
Okay,
All
let's
right.
roll with it.
All right, so week 3, we got Breadwinner versus G Money, man.
Yeah, man, here we go.
Hey, man, it's me and you and me.
Can that luck prevail for one more week?
All I'm gonna say is I feel confident about my team. I know you got the projection, G Money, 149.52 versus 142.36.
Not even looking at the projections.
But this is gonna be a tough matchup because I think we both got some.
Got y'all
Got some
close.
heavy hitters.
Yeah,
Yeah.
got some heavy hitters and there's some good matchups for both of us.
Well, Lamar Jackson playing
Yeah.
Detroit.
He can possibly run
Aaron
all
Rodgers
over them.
playing San Francisco.
So that could be difficult for
Yeah.
Rodgers a little bit.
And they are playing in
San Francisco.
San Francisco.
Yep. Candlestick Park.
Let me see.
I'm giving the edge to Lamar Jackson on that one, man. I'm predicting that he'll definitely go off on Detroit,
Calvin
but
Ridley against the Jets. Cooper Kupp against Tampa Bay.
against the Giants.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah. Keenan Allen against Kansas City. I think you can have your way a little bit on Kansas City's
Yeah.
Kansas
they
City
can.
showed they were vulnerable.
back end.
Mm-hmm.
Evans against Rams.
I think Derrick Henry could have another big day against Indianapolis. Well, I don't know. Indianapolis' run defense
They
is
have
a
a
little better than
decent.
what you think it is.
They have a decent defense.
Yeah,
But it only takes Henry to break one.
yeah, that's the thing with him, man.
That's
That
the only
joke.
thing.
Or in the red zone.
Right.
Nick Chubb against Chicago's Chicago got a fairly decent run defense.
Chicago's
They do.
okay.
They were suspect in week 1.
Yeah.
Last week a little bit better, but you never know. Got Singletary again against Washington. I may make a move there. I may take Singletary out of there, and I may put in my guy Mitchell.
Washington. It's hard to run up the middle on Washington now.
Yeah.
You might bounce it to the outside, but most of the time your running game starts when you can control the line of scrimmage up front in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
And Washington, even though our defense hasn't played as well as they should, but one thing for sure, they have been solid against the run up the middle.
Right.
So,
He got Montgomery over there. So we got Cleveland playing against Chicago. So I got Chubb and he got Montgomery. So that'll be a good back and forth matchup. I got Robert Tyne, tight end. Tyne came through for me last week, got a touchdown. Jared Cook does get some good looks from the Chargers team. Debo. I slotted Debo in this week.
Finally.
Right. Because I don't know. We'll see what happens, but I feel like Green Bay defense is a little bit vulnerable. Because I got Deontay Johnson, and Deontay Johnson, he got hurt the last play of the game last week,
Yeah,
and he
I
had
saw
19 points.
Yeah.
So again, that's why it's always a hard decision for me to put him in there because all my other three receivers are producing. You got Pittman. I like Pittman. Pittman's probably one of the main targets over there in Indianapolis. And then, our kickers. Got Prater, you got Zerline, and then New England defense.
That's a wash
San
right
Francisco
there.
defense.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that could go either way. But like I said, I can't really pick a winner, so it could go either way.
Yeah, I think Yahoo did a good job with keeping that projection
Yeah.
No, I saw the same thing.
where they had it at.
I think might be a little overinflated because I got an injury. Sutton is questionable.
Well, what is it though?
Cortland hip.
A hip injury?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
I'm pretty sure he'll play through it.
yeah. Or it's
Because they need him.
swapped
I
out,
mean,
yeah.
they don't really have too many other receivers to work because Judy's out. So
Oh yeah, that's right. And he played the Jets, so he should have a good day.
Lamont, I hate to say this, but I don't know, man. Detroit was kind of humiliated a little bit.
why you say that?
Detroit might come out and play a little better. But then again, I don't see Detroit containing Lamar Jackson.
I don't either.
Oh no, man.
So-
that's not gonna happen with Detroit.
I don't know, G.
Look, you hear he don't want to say anything, and I appreciate it. Don't just let it go. Don't say anything. See,
Well, hold on.
he's getting ready to jinx it.
I
As soon
put it
as
to
he
you like
say
this.
something.
I see why they gave you the edge, or they projecting you to. have the
But that's not an edge. I mean, the way I'm
He
looking at
deserves
it,
the edge over-
that's not really an edge, though. An edge is,
I'm just trying to keep it real, man.
that's gonna be a close one. I'll have no comment.
I'd rather just wait and see what
I bet you
happens.
don't.
Yep.
I bet you don't.
Nope. I'm
All
just
right.
gonna
So let's
stay
take a look
silent.
at on the football team. Oh, we go against Head Full of Steam. Uh-oh.
It's over.
Ooh. I didn't know you played against Head Full of Steam.
Yeah,
Hey.
yeah. Just skip that. Just skip that.
No, come on, man. We gotta talk about it, man.
Let's see what you got,
Man,
man.
talk about.
What moves are you going to make this week, man? 'Cause we
You
know
definitely need to get Herbert out
I
of your
got two
starting
guys
lineup.
questionable, man. You know, that's. I
Zach,
think they're gonna play.
Pascal, and Gibson.
Yeah.
What's on your bench? Let's see what can you plug in.
I
You got Henry
need
Ruggs, too.
I need a running back.
How many running backs on your bench? You got Marlon Mack, and that's it.
That's it.
Yeah, you need
Yeah.
a running back.
You got a whole bunch of wide receivers.
A whole bunch of wide receivers. You
Cephas,
feel Cephas, that's a good pickup.
Yeah, that's
that
a
was
good pickup.
Yeah, I thought so.
Harris. There's your trade bait, man. You Cephas. Don't offer Hardman. Although Hardman's
Harmon's not a bad.
not a bad, yeah.
The only problem with Harmon is, again, Kansas City got too many people that they throw to.
Yeah.
Well,
It's like
Sammy
Patrick-
Watkins isn't there anymore, so that.
But
opened
Patrick
up-
Mahomes throw the balls to anybody.
Yeah, he will.
You see
Yeah.
Byron Pringle,
Yeah,
the dude Robinson,
yeah,
Like
both of them
who?
got touchdowns.
Right.
yeah.
He'll throw the ball to anybody. He's like a Russell Wilson.
Man, and get Sonny Michel out of your starting lineup,
I'm trying, bro.
man. Come on, man.
Why you be killing Sonny Michel every week, man?
Man, because he killing us. Killing all the fantasy players out there.
You know, I got Sonny Michel in my other league, but he ain't in my starting lineup. I got him
At
on
all.
my
You might
bench.
as well put him back. Look, Sonny Michel, amongst all the running backs, he is ranked what?
Who knows?
309.
Hey, look, in week 1, I said he was my sleeper pick. Yeah, he was my sleeper pick.
Yeah, he sleep.
Hey, look, and the sucker ain't woke up yet. Like, wake him up.
Need to nudge him.
Hey, this thing on? Wake up, boy.
He said,
We
this thing-
playing football. It's week 3. Wake up.
It's time now.
Right, exactly.
So here's what the fantasy site says. This is hilarious.
Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah.
Michelle was completely uninvolved.
So, Jared, did you download
That's terrible.
your magazine on your iPad so you wouldn't bring your
No,
magazine
man.
anymore?
He doesn't know about these, I guess. It's right here on
He need to look at that.
I guess he's just looking at the points. He didn't know that you can read commentary on the players.
Oh.
They even offer a nice little video.
I
about-
did know that, Gerald. Okay.
I was just reading what they were saying, man.
Okay,
Completely
you can't go
uninvolved.
by it all the
Completely-
time, Gerald. Sometimes you
But-
gotta go with your gut.
But it's the truth. For the last 2 games, he was completely
Well, that's
uninvolved.
hindsight, Gerald.
And hey,
That's
by the
hindsight
way,
2020. We already know that.
By the way,
we seen that in week 1. This is not week 1.
don't fall for the trade. If he come to you with Sonny Michelle, just
Hey, man. Hey,
He
look.
hating
Hey,
on you.
Gerald,
He hating on your trade bait.
Gerald,
He hating on your trade bait.
look, knock it off, Gerald. Cut
Okay.
it out.
Okay.
So what's your prediction? I'll ask you your prediction. So what's your prediction for this week? Do you think your boy is going? I mean, you're listed as the underdog. So
Well,
beat by 32 points.
beat by 32 points.
I keep it real.
Keep it real.
Head Philistine. Hey,
Have at it. Hey, man, anything can happen, man. Anything
anything
can
can
happen.
happen for sure. That's.
Sure.
I mean,
Man, he got McCaffrey. Come on, man.
They're going against Houston too.
Yeah, come on, man.
That
It's-
might be.
it's-
He might.
yeah.
That might be a 40-pointer right
Yeah,
there.
I don't know.
I'm.
Football
I don't
team.
plan on looking at. I'm gonna skip fancy this week.
You didn't even watch the game this week.
I'm gonna watch the football games. I'm just not gonna look at my phone.
Okay.
Okay,
Right.
we'll call you. We'll
I
text
bet
you.
you will.
Hey, man, what's going on?
All right. Let's take a look at we got Balls Deep and Brian's Best. So both these teams are 1-1. Looks like they got a neck and neck
Yeah,
projection.
this is a good one. This
Balls
is a good
Deep
one to watch.
141. Brian's Best 142. So let's see what these matchups. Dak Prescott going against Philly.
Yeah, he should rebound from last week.
I'm taking Matthew Stafford.
Matthew Stafford against Tampa Bay. Got D Hop versus Jacksonville. Who's that? AJ Brown versus Indianapolis. I gotta go against D Hop. Gotta go D Hop on that one.
Yeah.
I don't know if you look at this thing again, man. It's kind of like you and G Money going against each other, man. That's a toss up, man.
Well, but I will say this: with AJ Brown being hurt and they got Julio Jones, they could rest AJ Brown more because now they have a backup, a good backup wide receiver that's dependable. So if he, depending on his injury, if it's necessary,
You can't read too much into those questionables though. Like if it was something big, we would have heard about it. They like to do that. They can have any little injury and
yeah, that's
a
true.
little sore knee.
Yeah,
They
I
might
don't pay
just
attention
rush-
to that questionable stuff.
Yeah, if it's something big, we would have known. He played through the whole game, so I'm pretty sure he fine. He's one of those players that's always banged up anyway. He'll play through it. Only problem with that is though, because I had him on my fantasy team last year, is he'll play questionable or he'll get hurt. He'll come out in the second quarter. He'll miss the second quarter, the whole third quarter. He might come back in the fourth quarter for a couple plays and then come out again. So.
Yeah. So he has a knee injury.
Right.
For a wide receiver, that's
bad.
That's bad because you play on a sore knee. You're not as crisp on your cuts.
You can't. Yeah.
Yeah, you're not getting off the line fast, and that's why I said you may see some of what you just described because now they have Julio Jones, right? So it's kind of like let's save him. We've got Julio. We can still compete.
Mm-hmm. He
That's
also
a tough matchup. This is a tough matchup
Matchup.
right here.
Yeah.
It is. He got Cooper too.
I think Philly's going to do a little better against Dallas than what people.
Well, they
probably think.
always play tough, don't they?
If you look at Philly, man, in week 1 and week 2, them boys didn't play bad at all. I think the defense is a little better than we may give them credit for. So it'll be a good game.
I think Jalen Hurts can give Dallas some problems.
Man, he is staying with Brandon Ayuk.
With his legs.
I would drop. I would put Ayuk on the bench, man. He's got Emmanuel Sanders down here with Buffalo. I would play him.
Ayuk,
Ayuk hadn't gotten him anything.
I think Ayuk's gonna come out to play though, because he was dealing with that injury.
I would definitely start Emmanuel Sanders.
He got a couple touches last week, so we will have to see what happens. Ezekiel Elliott.
But is that coming from the San Francisco fan in you?
What you mean?
The way you
Oh, he got Tyler Boyd in now.
speaking about
Yeah.
Cause we just saw he had
Yeah.
Aguilar in week 2, so I'm not sure if he made that change. But got Boyd starting this week. Najee Harris.
Okay, this is a good matchup, man. It's a legit matchup.
I kind of feel like Brian's best team got an edge to
I
me.
do too.
I guess based upon the running backs. Yeah, Elliott and Eckler. If Elliott can get involved in the run game early, but you never know. That could be a heavy passing game for Dak Prescott. But you got DeAndre Swift as well as his flex position. So I think he got a solid team. I'm not sure what Los Angeles defense is going to do against Tampa Bay.
And then Balls Deep putting a lot of weight on Robbie Anderson.
Yeah. But they playing against Houston, so he could take the top off against Houston.
Yeah, he could.
He could.
Yeah. So
that's a tough one, man. That might be the toughest matchup of the week, man.
Yeah.
That's a tough one.
Just with the roster.
One to watch.
All right, so who else we got? We got Javal's team and Ringo. So both of these are 0-2 teams. So somebody's going to win a game this week.
It's projected as another tight matchup, but
it is.
You got Tannehill going against Indianapolis. That could be very...
Depends on if A.J. Brown plays or how healthy he is. That could be a run-heavy game. You know, Derrick Henry could get off that week. Russell Wilson going against Minnesota.
I don't know. It's
a field day.
I think too, though, man.
I think Russell Wilson, because of that loss they took last week.
Yeah. They're not going to lose 2 in a row.
No, that's going to be a field day, man.
Yeah, he's going to come out playing hard. Tyreek Hill versus CeeDee Lamb.
Yeah, I don't see Tyreek Hill coming back with another 5.
Not 2 weeks
points.
in a row.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Galladay and Claypool.
Man, I wish Claypool, man. Is it Roethlisberger or is it Claypool? I don't know if they have the chemistry now that they need to connect. Because Claypool is a beast.
Well, they were 1 year to build chemistry, though. And they built it last year.
Yeah, I just don't. I don't know. There's something there, man. I expect more out of Claypool, but I don't think Roethlisberger. He's Roethlisberger's first choice.
He's not. That's Deontay Johnson. But I think I don't know, man. It could be the old age creeping up on not creeping up, but the old age sitting on Big Ben.
Oh, absolutely.
So he's
the same age I am.
Yeah, so Big Ben he ain't the same. He ain't the same. So that could, but Galladay versus Claypool, that could go either way. You know, of course the Giants are playing against Atlanta, so Galladay could have a big game.
He's gonna have a big game, man.
Yeah. Daniel Jones.
You might as well start Daniel Jones and everybody on offense.
Right.
Hell, you might as well start the Giants defense. Matt Ryan will give you 2 pick sixes.
So we got Cordero Patterson versus Marquise Brown. Again, those are good matchups. Jonathan Taylor and Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Is Clyde Edwards-Helaire going to come to play this week?
Don't know. Yeah.
No, Jonathan.
Well, you got to think of it. He playing the Chargers.
Yeah. I think they're going to run the ball heavy because Carson Wentz is hurt too with Indianapolis.
Yeah, that's
so they're
true.
Yeah.
So they're going to try to lean on the run. So if Taylor can get off.
Yeah, that's going to be, I don't know, man. I would probably give this.
This is tight. It's hard to say.
This is tight. It is hard to call.
My gut would say Rango.
I'm leaning towards Rango too, just because he has better matchups. A little bit. I'm looking at Melvin Gordon versus the Jets.
Yeah,
he could get off.
Well, and I'm also looking at if he had to do a little shifting around, like he's got Melvin Gordon in, but he's also got Fournette sitting on the bench too.
Right. But I would go with Gordon over Fournette.
Yeah, I would. But I mean, if he's got White, so he's got some good decisions to make. Saquon Barkley is still questionable.
Man, count him out.
Yeah.
I don't think he's solid yet. I think he's still kind of dealing with that knee injury.
He improved. He had more touches last week. I think he had about 10 or 11 points last week.
Who?
Barkley.
Yeah, but they all went for he was averaging 2 yards a carry maybe. He had one run.
He had some big runs.
I'm just saying he improved, from week 1 because it's obvious that we're going to limit his touches.
It was a stepping stone.
They won't give him 30 carries in the first game.
Stone.
Yeah, it's a stepping stone. It's a stepping stone, exactly.
So he could do a little bit more.
Gradual.
He had 23 attempts rushing.
Yeah. Last week?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, you keep digging, Gerald. It's going to kind of go against what the money.
I was just looking at
hypothetically.
I was looking at his stats.
Hoping.
I mean, we guessing it's right here. He had 83 yards rushing, so that's not bad.
Yeah, that's good.
23 attempts.
Yeah, but he had one carry for 47 yards. And the rest of that was
2 yards here, 2
Right,
yards there.
exactly. So,
All right, so last we got Alex Phillips' legit team versus league runners.
we got a lot of close matchups this coming week.
Yeah,
Man.
we do.
That's what happens though as the
One
season
line.
progresses. The teams begin to balance out a little bit.
So both of these teams are 2-0, so somebody's gonna have a loss
Yeah.
after this week. So that's good to see.
I think that Jalen Hurts and Patrick Mahomes against the Chargers defense, I think that's going to be a toss-up, man.
Jalen
I
Hurts.
think the Chargers going to play them. I mean, because you got to think about it. Chargers got something to prove. You know, after coming off those self-inflicted wounds.
Mm-hmm. Did Chargers lose week 1 and week 2?
No,
Just week 2?
No, they won week 1 because they played Washington week 1.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
And then they lost.
I don't know, man.
Cowboys.
I think runners is going to pull this one off because when I look at like Waller had an okay game,
Right.
but they play Miami. Miami got shut out.
He got some good matchups. Some real good matchups. Got Sterling Shepard against Atlanta. You got D Moore against Houston again. Can take the top off.
Yeah,
Corey Davis against the Jets. I mean, he got some great matchups.
yeah, he does.
Some great matchups to get off.
And Joe Mixon, I mean, Pittsburgh not doing that well stopping the run.
Not at all.
No, you're right.
So Mixon
Right.
can have a better day. And I think George Kittle will have a good day against Green Bay.
Alvin Kamara, questionable, right?
Is he questionable?
No, I'm just saying in general. They've got
Okay.
him with 22 points, but man, is Jameis Winston at the helm right now? It's just hard to say.
We do have Josh Jacobs against Miami, so that could be big.
Yeah, that's going to be.
It's a good match.
But I'm giving it to league runners though.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one.
He got the edge to me. So we got some real good matchup this week, man.
Yeah, it is.
Some very
Yes,
tight
sir.
ones. So I mean, what's your guys' final words, man? What's your final thoughts, man? For
Prime time grind, right? G Money on the grind. That's all I'm gonna say.
G Money on the grind.
G Money is on the grind,
Good luck.
man.
You got your top points
You got a
already.
good team, though, Gerald.
Man,
Hey, look.
you
You took everybody I had on my team last year. But
see, you knew it was coming. You knew it was coming.
anyway.
Where we y'all coming over for the game? Where we getting together at?
I don't know what to figure it out, man. Whatever makes sense, man. Don't matter to me.
Okay,
Let me know.
All right, man. Well, this is a good podcast. This is a recap
yes, sir.
of week number 2, and this is the Primetime Grind Fantasy Football Podcast. We hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time. Peace.
Doses.
Deuces.